Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is Jamar for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar for here once again, here for another weekly video on this Love and Hip Hop Miami show. Now, I mean, it's good. It's still good. I'm still interested. However, I'm going to just preface this right now. At least until further notice, I don't feel any need to bring up Michelle Pooch, Prince, JoJo, or her family. I honestly feel no reason to even bring them up because the whole time just watching, I mean, it's sad. It's unfortunate, but I don't care. I don't care yet. I don't know if I will, but I just want y'all to know that I ain't really no need for me in bringing them up because they're not really the part that I want to talk about. However, the very first scene of this episode is the part that I want to talk about and was waiting for when I saw that trailer at the end of the first episode. So we see Bobby again. I did not miss you last week, but here you are. We see Bobby again with his boyfriend, Jeffrey. Now, what I will have to admit is Jeffrey is fine. Jeffrey is a nice looking young man. Okay. He's cute. He's cute. I gotta give it to him. He's cute. So so they were at this table. You know, they was going back and forth about love and how much you mean to me and this, that, and the fourth. And I'm just like, oh, this video is gonna get so many dislikes because it is. How do I say this and it not sound terrible? I just don't see it. I don't see how Jeffrey can be with Miss Bobby. It does not, that sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. And I don't even know why. Because it's not like he's just like busted, you know, toe up from the flow up. But it just didn't make sense to me as to why Bobby would, okay, no. Jeffrey was like, you know, he's newly out of the closet. And he says that, you know, he likes the fact that, you know, Bobby lives his life out loud, which, you know, is commendable, especially for, you know, the feminine gay men, because that's a whole nother discussion. They go through a whole different struggle, okay? So that's commendable, yes, but I can't help but feel like you could get so much better than Bobby. I can't. No. But you know what? The thing about it is, it doesn't even matter what I think, because they're not really happy because of, if they want to be together and do that, then you do that, okay? Because it ain't like I got anybody laying up in my room with me at night, so who am I to judge? I'm just saying I was confused and baffled a little bit at the fact that you know what? Never mind. So Pleasure P meets up with Pretty Ricky, and you know they talk about, you know, the whole thing that happened with Shay, and Baby Blue wants to apologize and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is mature. This is what I want to see. This is, you know, good characteristics, you know. And he talks about, you know, the event that he had, or the situation that he had with Gabby and how she wants to come back in her life. And what was interesting about it is that Baby Blue, even though he was just reading Shay up and down, you know, the first episode, calling her every name in the book, he says that, you know, even though that happened, you know, Shay was the one who stood by you when you know, were going through whatever struggles, and the Gabby chick kind of just left you when things got hard with Pretty Ricky, and which she had a point, However, I need to know, because we know this is fake. This is Love and Hip Hop. This is the urban soap opera. I need to know, what is the timeline that Shay and Pleasure P are supposed to have met and start dating? Because it seems like she just got here to our perspective. It looks like she just got here. So I'm like, these times of her being by his side and being a ride or die, when was that exactly? Because she's making it seem like she just moved down here to be with him. So when was she with you during the hard times to get that ride or die title? I'm confused. I need somebody to clarify on that. But he did mention how him and Gabby were together, and then she kind of left for no reason when things got hard or whatever, and now she wants to come back. Now, he does have a point. Like, you don't allow people to just have a revolving door in your life. Like, they can go and come as they please. That I do agree with. Because, yeah, we're not about to let you come up in here whenever you feel like it and then just leave me high and dry. So, you know, it was kind of cool that Baby Blue was sticking up for Shay. So, okay, I guess I have to talk about Michelle Pooch just so I can bring in Malik. So, Michelle talks about how she's this, that, the fourth in Miami. I don't care. I just genuinely, I don't care. But she always keeps this dude named Malik on her arm because I guess they're both, you know, pretty big in Miami. And it's an image thing and blah, 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 blah. So we find out that Malik is actually gay and using Michelle as his beard. I was like, oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Because at first, I was a little confused when they was mentioning it because I'm like, okay, everybody thinks y'all together. Y'all not together. So are y'all just screwing around and with no title? Like, is that what's happening here? I was kind of confused. But I was just like, oh, okay. But then she talked about how, well, how am I supposed to get with a man if you're always with me and everybody thinks that we're together? And in my mind at the time, I'm thinking, well, have y'all tried being together? You never know. I mean, if y'all are already kind of messing around, then why not just try being together? And then he was like, I'm a gay man. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. So then they start going around with the whole Prince thing and him cheating and this girl named Liz he's been dating for 3 years. Again, I don't care. Moving right along. JoJo, I don't care. I don't. And that sounds so bad to say. We may talk about her once her storyline gets a little bit more interwoven with everybody else's. That's good. But right now, her introduction, I got nothing. So Amara LaNegra meets with Steph LaCour and finds out about Veronica agreeing to go on this date if he apologized. And she's kind of looking like, now, if you supposed to be my friend, what you look like going out on a date with this man after he just plumb disrespected me? Like, she was saying what we were all saying last week, okay? So we still on the same page of the motto, okay? Now, this is where it gets good, all right? This is where Jamar's interest peaks because... So, Jeffrey is saying, oh... Bobby is busy with work right now, so I'm meeting up with an old friend that we used to, you know, kick it or whatever. Getting to the place, and it was Malik. Now, Malik, I don't think I mentioned at the beginning talking about him being a beard. He's actually, you know, a pretty handsome young man himself, so they both fine. And when they started talking about how they used to date and be in love and all this other stuff, I'm like, you know what? This makes sense. I can see this. That whatever you got going on over there with Miss Bobby is not, I don't buy it. I do not buy what you're selling with that relationship. It looks, I don't know what the situation, I don't know if y'all just paid to be together. I don't know what it is, but I do not buy it. it does not seem real. It does not. No. But with Malik, I felt the passion. I felt the spark. I could feel the chemistry. I'm like, ooh, wee. And then they started talking with her, I love, I miss you. Homeboy, Miss Malik had to go and get all emotional, and now he's stepping out, going to the bathroom. The producer's trying to find out where he's at. He's like, he's crying because all this emotion built up. Like, I loved him and missed him so much. I'm like, whoa, whoa. Things just got a little bit too real. And he's so fun. They both so cute. They are both so cute. And then he comes into the bathroom after him, like, you know, hey, what's wrong? This, that, and the fourth. And he just like, I fucked up. And, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to be the man that you deserve. I don't know if I can live my life as an out gay man. I don't know if I can, you know, be that person. I just got to the point where I can say the words I am gay out loud and this, that, and the fourth. Which, you know, I can understand because when you are, you know, a member of the LGBT community, it doesn't even have to be from a gay man's perspective. It could be, you know, from a lesbian or a trans or even bisexual, really. If you were, because, you know, a lot of us are born and our parents or whoever it is that raised us assume that we're going to be a certain way because of our gender. They don't know. They want us to live the most normal life as possible. So when we're told that certain things are wrong, or we're told that you're supposed to be a certain way, and that's not who we are, it kind of, even though we can be free, we have the option to live our lives freely, but because it's been so ingrained in us for such a long time since birth, it's hard for us to kind of ignore that at first. So, ooh, excuse me. But I definitely understand where he's coming from. So, I mean, but honestly, once you get to a certain age, it's just like, man, I have to live for me, okay? You can't be going around. Everybody else gets to go around, be happy, and be who they want to be. Why can't I? You know, I ain't hurting nobody. I ain't hurting myself. I'm just living my life the way I want to live. That's how it's supposed to be. And he's sort of just now getting into that stage where Jeffrey's kind of been there a little bit longer than he has, to where he's a little bit more open. And he was like, oh, give me a hug because I want to console you. And they started making out in the bathroom. I'm like, I believe that kiss a heck of a lot more than I believe Bobby. I'm just saying, I'm going to keep on saying it. Because they make sense. And they have more of a history. I don't know what you got going on with Bobby. I mean, it's cute. No, it's not. It is what it is, but, and you know what? I feel bad. I feel bad, not because I don't want them to be together, but because this is the first time that I can recall that I feel like good about a character cheating. I'm like, yes, go outside the relationship, go to this other person. And I guess it's just because that other person feels real. Like with Pleasure P and with Shay and Gabby, I mean, I don't really know where, he's kind of in between, more or less. I could really see him going either way, but with this situation with Bobby and these boys, that's a done deal. I don't even see how that can happen. I don't see it. That's just the point. I just don't see it. So Veronica tries to bring young Hollywood to JoJo's event to help her get this apology from this boy, and it does not. He gives you the if I offended you, blah 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 blah. You know, that type of thing. Like, even if you got offended, I guess I'm sorry. It's the most. He gave like an insincere version where he's trying to be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't want you to get a wrong impression of me, but I just kind of felt like you twisted my words, this, that, and the fourth. And no, she didn't. You said what you said, okay? And you knew what you were meaning. You just tried to say it without her getting offended, even though you knew it was offensive, okay? And then he called her ignorant by not understanding what it was he was saying. Like, what other way is there to understand what you're saying How are you supposed to say, basically change all of that you are, and I mean all of what you like, and all of this is cute and all, but you can't be that and being a star. It just, there was nothing positive about what you were saying or how you were saying it. So don't be trying to call her ignorant and this, that, when you know what you said. You know what you said. And she had to look at Veronica and be like, and you, I'm looking at you sideways because you're supposed to be my friend, but yet you out here going on a date with this man who just basically racially profiled me and tried to tell me that I can't be black and proud and Latina. So I'm just waiting for them to box. That's all I'm waiting on. I want to see if Amada can fight. I'm just saying. So lastly, Pretty Ricky, they meet up again and to do this apology between Baby Blue and Shay, and they squash things. You know, they cool now, so they ain't got no more of that problem. However, Gabby decides to stop on by, and she's like, hey, I want to do a friendly surprise, and Pleasure P kind of like, you know, poops in his pants like, uh-oh, here she, why is she here? This is not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to try to keep Shay and Gabby away from each other, because he hasn't told either one of them about the other. So he's trying to sit down with her and I guess try to get her out of here. But in the meantime, Shay is like trying to find where's Pleasure P. And Baby Blue and Spectacular, I have to look at y'all a little bit crazy because y'all didn't do no kind of effort to evade her. Y'all said, oh, she's trying to go to the bathroom. Let me go see if I can find him. Like, but y'all let her walk off like y'all didn't do nothing to try to cover your friend. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. But she walks out trying to find him. It almost looked like she knew exactly where he was going, where he was. I'm just saying, she didn't really look too far for too long, producers. But, you know, she gets there, she sees her man sitting up alone with another woman being fed ice cream. And so she took her ice cream and tossed it at Gabby's head. And she's just like, oh my God, what just happened? And Gabby doesn't take me as like the confrontational type. And if you are, I don't think that Shay is the one that you want to mess with. I wouldn't particularly pick that battle, but you know what? I don't know what she's capable of either. But that was this episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you like, you know, comment and share. Make sure you click that button, that subscribe bell notification squad. There it is. So that whenever I upload a video, you can be notified on your phone and be one of the first to see it. All right. Thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Jamar, Washington.